In cultures all around the world, women have the norm of being inferior, incapable, and sometimes just an outright burden, especially during the times of older generations. This was my Indian culture as well. In most people's lives, there comes a day when your family is expecting a baby. Months in, you go to the doctors to find out what gender they are. The doctor looks at the screen trying to find the defining mark. So here comes scenario 1. It's a boy. Relatives and neighbors come from all over to celebrate with sweets, saying Mubarak ho ki ladka hoya hai, otherwise known as congratulations, you're gonna have a boy. But then comes the other scenario. It's a girl. The same relatives and neighbors sigh, pat the back of the husband and wish them better luck next time, saying koi baat nahi, agli baar ho jayega. There's an underlying expectation that one should continue trying until they get the boy they want. Sometimes, however, families would not even wait until next time. They'd find themselves aborting perfectly healthy girls as they were not interested in raising them. From the very start, before even birth, girls were already deemed hassles. Girls were expected to fit the perfect Indian woman mold, never challenging the imaginary societal rules that were set before them, because if they dared to step out of the box, they would bring shame and embarrassment to their household, becoming the ridicule of the town. They were believed to be incapable of getting a strong education. Yes, they would go to school and learn, but at the end of the day, there was no expectation of a career or future in the workplace. Their education was rendered useless in the eyes of suitors, as it was truly about how submissive and beautiful she was. That brings us to the time of marriage. These now women were expected to marry within a certain age before they were considered too old to be wives and bear children. They were judged heavily, and every female's family taught their girls to be the most capable in the house, as that's what every man supposedly needed. In Indian marriages, women were believed to be married into their husband's family as they would follow their husband into the life they had built. Women were believed to leave their own lives behind, including their families. Now, after marrying off, you would think that their families would be somewhat happy as they were done with the girls they never even wanted. But no, the families then complained about how expensive it is to maintain a girl, having to pay large sums of dowry to their husband's family. And now the cycle starts all over, as the woman's sole purpose is to bear sons for their new family. There was truly no way they could win. So let's flash back to the 1970s, when my mom and her 2 other sisters were born. A family of 3 girls? How unfortunate. People would ask, won't you try again? But my grandparents were happier than ever to have 3 healthy children. They never treated them any different, they never expected anything different, and they definitely never considered to have any different of a family. My nanny never saw them as inferior, incapable, or as a burden. She set a different example of what it meant to have daughters. Little did she know that she would change the course of the family for generations to come. The thinking passed on to my mom and her sisters, and now to my sister's cousin and I. It's all about being the kind of woman you want to be, despite society's expectations. So let's see the contrast through generations.
I was expected to listen and act according to my parents' wishes. My opinion and wishes didn't matter in front of my parents. My parents' opinion played a very important role. Moreover, my parents' opinion was based on society norms. What will people say?
When growing up, I was expected to listen and respect my parents. I not only was supposed to respect my parents, even all the elders in my family had the equal right and say about what was wrong for me and what was right. And the most important expectation from me was doing well at school and choose a career so that if needed I could work, but the work environment was not healthy. So my dad used to say you should always have a career line, but it depends on the family you go into.
Yeah, and in life I'm expected to have good grades, have a good social life, go to a good college, have a good career, and respect my family.
I think my parents expect me to be more confident, independent, and responsible. There is an expectation that when I grow up, I should have a career like an artist, doctor, dancer, or teacher. One more expectation is that I should impact the community in a positive way, and mostly important, be a good human being.
Over the years, we have watched every woman gain more rights, power, and place in today's society. We've transformed what it means to be a woman, but it's still a work in progress. Now let's see what these amazing women have to say about how they see and want women to be like. I guess it comes down to this question.
I wanted to be financially strong, taking care of my home and work. I wanted to perfect balance life and teach my daughters to get equal respect and the society. I wanted to do the things according to my own will, not what people say.
In my world, I wanted to have a perfect balance between professional and personal life, and I think I have achieved that. Personally, I have raised 2 kids, and now professionally, I am doing my best in my field. I do believe the respect for women is the most important.
When I grow up, I want to have a good career with a good job that I am treated equally and paid respectively, and a strong family.
When I grow up, I want to be like my teacher, Miss Maybe, because she cares for her family and definitely cares for us. She's an independent woman and teaches us responsibility.
I guess after all this, you can see that we all have our own visions for the future of womankind. But I hope you can all agree that the future only gets bigger, better, and brighter for the once believed inferior gender. Thanks to my mom and all the strong women in my life, I was built on a foundation of independence and strength that have perpetuated my success over the years. I would not be the person I am today without my mother's constant guidance to be whoever I wanted to be, as well as for showing me the power that I hold as an individual, regardless of what gender I am. Not once have I felt that I was in a position any less than my male counterparts, and when I was old enough to understand the disparities present between the genders, I knew it was something I wanted to advocate to end. Woman empowerment is something that is very near and dear to my heart, and I hope all of you find it within yourselves to respect and honor every man or woman around you. There should be no disadvantage in being female. There should be no changes in the lives you can live. If you lead with that kind of confidence in who you are, there's truly no other person who can stop you. So no matter what you or anyone else believes, I want you to know that all women, no matter what role or circumstance, are my kind of woman. Empowered woman, empower women. Just takes one to change mindsets of generations to come.